Is it the right moment to change your Swiss francs into euros, or shall we wait another bit? And welcome, everyone. This is Marco Dall'Asta from MoneySwap. Welcome to this webinar, Currency Watch. We have been missing for some months in English. We still have the webinar in French, German, and Italian, but now we will give even all the expert community and people who do not speak these three languages the opportunity to know a bit more about the exchange rate between euros and francs. So first of all, let me share with you a new information. Maybe some of you already saw it, but we do have a new website. The website has a new look, so it's still the same. So I'm gonna share my screen with you. There you see it. This is our new website, new colors, new palette, the same old functionality, the same old best rate in Switzerland, the same security, and the same velocity in bringing you your money, your francs, your euros. So if you do have some feedbacks on the new looks, please write us a message or an email, and we will try to accommodate your request so that your experience on the website is as comfortable, as convenient as possible. Here you can scroll down and see all the new looks, all the new features, and I always suggest you to go up, down until the footer, where you see a lot of tools, a lot of information, guides, news, and everything that may help you organize your life as a Swiss worker or as a person who earns some francs. But now let's cut it short and let's go straight to the analysis. So we open our tool forecaster. Now I have the franc to euros exchange rate. I do prefer it because it gives a better idea of when it's best to change your francs because the line will go up. So it's way easier and way more straightforward. So as we see here, just to sum up, in the last episode that we did, we were coming from a historical high. So we were moving in March up around 1.10, 1.11, and that was a record for our exchange rate. It was a nice month. A lot of people contacted us to know more about the exchange rate, and a lot of exchange were done because of this, because you could extract more value from your Swiss francs. So now we are currently here, and what we said last time, I'm gonna show you very rapidly, was that we would not have a lower level under 1.08. Why did we think that? We saw that in the last month and in the last weeks before our last webinar 1 month ago, the pressure from under front to above. I'm gonna take pen. So we had some pressure from here that pushed the price up. That meant that more people were buying than people were actually selling. So the pressure from above was not strong enough to counterbalance the pressure from under. And that brings the price of the francs and the value of the francs to go up if you confront it with euro, if you compare it with euros. So our last analysis was good, and we did a great job in kind of like seeing what was going on and what would be like the next month. So now let's move straight forward to the next month. And before moving onwards, I want to show you another tool that we will be using today. That it's the COT report, COT report. First of all, this is forecaster still. What is a COT report? And we will see it exactly here. COT is the commodity future trades. So it's basically a tool that allows us to see what the position of various finance actors. So let's say pension funds, let's say hedge funds. What are their position regarding a certain value? It could be the Swiss francs, it can be euros, it can be crude oil, it can be gold, it can be literally whatever financial metal. And the problem, what is that this is a normal COT report, COT report. It's a lot of numbers. It's a jungle of number ladders, futures, spreads. It's very complicated. What forecaster COT report allows us to do is to sum up all these data that we find here that are really complicated into a readable answer, into a readable graph. And what I would like to see with you here today is regarding the last 3 years for asset manager or institutional. Who are these people? Who are these actors? These are generally, there are lots of them, but the high majority of this category is made up by insurance funds. So the insurance funds that invest the money that are invested in insurance and pension funds. So these actors, as you may know it, will look more for security and for long-term perspective more than a real short-term return. And what do we see here? It's the Vexel course, the exchange rate. So here is the maximum that we had in March, and now we are finding ourselves here. And this is the COT report. The COT report shows us that these actors, so insurance and pension funds, in this moment are buying. The line is going up, and that means that in the net position that we see here, voila, this line is going up. That means that more people or more people with more money are buying francs more than selling it. This is important for us as we see that most probably the price will go up because it will follow this trend of people buying more than selling. People are looking um, for assurance. People are looking for security in their investment, and that is so in the case of the Swiss francs, and we see that the line is going up, and it's going up even if the price is going slightly down, when the price was going down, and even when the price has little uncertainties. This gives us a good idea of where we will be heading in the next month, but let's take the last analysis instrument that we have, always in Forecaster, and this is the pattern. The pattern, we will be analyzing it for the last 3 months, and I will show you it here. And we take the day of 2 days ago as a date. Of course, we cannot do it today live. We could use yesterday, and I will show you even with yesterday. But to give you an idea, this is a tool that allows us to see how we will predict the exchange rate to move based on movements on previous years. And in these 3 months, in previous years, what had happened. And we see, and the tool gives us the idea that when in the last 3 months these movements were recorded, so when this pattern was recorded in the last 3 months, in the last year, we have the a chance of 80% of a bullish case scenario. So the price goes up, and here is the blue line, and in 20% a bearish scenario. So the red line. Now we erase everything to let you see the clear path. So what we see, and let me take the normal pen, is that in 80% of the cases, the market will be bullish. In the best case scenario, we will have a 3.57% of raise. In the worst case scenario, it's a minus 2.57, but this happens only 1 out of 5 times in the last years. And this happened 4 out of 5. So we draw a line, we do a calculated average, and the average in this case is exactly this green line that you see here above. And you see, this is a midterm scenario. You see the date just below it, it's between June and July. So what do we expect? We expect that the price will go up in the short and medium term, especially in the long term. And in summer, we will probably have another record high exchange rate, or at least we will be approaching this level. So, of course, this depends also on the decisions from the central banks, but still, that is the trend. That is what we think. And let me show you even here. Voila. That we do have a really fair projection that gives us this idea. So, what does this mean for you? If you're a person who is looking to change some francs and is currently thinking about whether to wait or to change it right now, our suggestion is to wait just some time so that you will have the possibility of maximize your euro outcome from the francs that you change. If you do have some necessity, of course, you do have to change your francs to pay for rent, to pay for groceries, to pay for vacation, or whatsoever. Just do it. And I say this, of course, in contrary to my interest, as we gain only when people change. But if you do have the chance, I think it's very, very wise to wait a bit and see where the market will go, because we are expecting the franc to go up. Here we are again. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for paying attention. And thank you very much for joining us into this webinar. I really hope that you enjoyed the content, and I really do hope that we will see in the next appointment in 4 weeks. And most especially, remember that looking at this data is really important for you, but the most important thing is to change with the best exchange service that there is here in Switzerland at the moment, and that is MoneySwap. So see you soon. Enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you again in the next Currency Watch by MoneySwap. Bye bye.